I think my boyfriend is now my ex even though he never broke up with me. Me and my boyfriend got into a huge argument. It was pretty bad and both of us said things we regret, or at least I thought so. He left for a week and after some reflection I decided I would apologize and try talk so we can figure out how to move forward. I really care about him and honestly can't imagine my life without him. I went to message him on Instagram and nothing went through. I tried to look at his account and nothing came up. I tried his phone number and nothing went through. I tried every single social media I knew he had and found nothing. I have a second account that I just use to look at fashion and fitness stuff. I'm guessing he forgot about it because I managed to find his Instagram on there. I noticed before clicking the account that he has changed his profile picture to a photo I don't remember taking with him. I clicked on the account and it wasn't me in the photo. Every single photo of the two of us was gone and now he had a few new photos of some girl I didn't recognize at first. Then I realized it was a girl in all of his classes that he had recently become really good friends with. I hadn't met her because he had stopped inviting me to things this year, partly due to me not really enjoying being around his friends and partly because he said he did like the time away from me. They weren't kissing or doing anything but you could see them stood close together and no one else was in the photos. His captions felt so aimed as well about our recent argument. One of them was about having someone to support you after years of no one doing so. I feel like I'm being painted as the horrible unsupportive ex when all I did was carry him throughout all of what he needed to deal with and just ask for the same back. His photos are him and her in all of the places we used to visit together. All the places I introduced him to. Doing all the things I begged him to do. I feel so blindsided. I'm confused. I don't understand what's happening or what he's planning because all of his things are still in our apartment. I don't know what to do, I'm just in shock. I've never been in a relationship before this and I felt so lucky to think that I got it right on the first try and I just haven't. I don't have many friends so I don't know who to turn to. I just want someone to give me an idea of what I do with all of his things and what I do about living in an apartment he has a key to still, and how do I even process what's happening? Comment. Box all his stuff and leave it at his parents or his school, do a clean break. He did all of that in what, a week? That's been happening before the argument. Indifference is your best choice in this. Don't feed his ego by trying to save what he has blow up. That's what I was thinking. There's no way he created an entire new life in a week. It's been going on and this was the final straw that gave him a perceived out. If you can, if he's not on the lease, check with your landlord about changing your locks. Box up his stuff so that it is ready for him to take or give to his parents if you're in contact with them. Personally, I'd want it all out of the apartment as soon as possible. Plus, I would assume he thinks you're going to try to contact him to get closure. I would avoid this. There's not always closure because even if you got his reasons, it's not going to make it better. He has shut you out and deleted your presence. Sure, it was on social media, but it was a statement. Block him back on everything. This is not someone who deserves to have a future with you if this is how he's going to react to an argument. This is going to be hard but you're going to be fine. You can't imagine life without him now, but look at what he's done. He cut you out because of an argument without any real conversation about a breakup. He deleted all your pictures and is now with this other girl or trying to insinuate that he is. He's doing everything he can do to hurt you. That is not someone who loves you. That is someone who is being petty and wants to throw in your face what you lost when you didn't even know that you lost it. Please consider therapy or even just journaling to get your thoughts out if you don't have anyone you can talk to. Take it one day at a time, but don't take him back. He doesn't deserve you. Good luck up. He's either ghosting and gone, and forgot his stuff maybe, or he's incredibly immature and this is a game and / or excuse to cheat on you, because you're, in his mind, on a break. Box his crap up and drop it off at his parents, or box it up and DM him on your side account saying his stuff is out front. Take back the power. This reminds me so much of what happened to me with my first boyfriend. We started dating when we were sophomores in high school and he dumped me right before my 21st birthday. I thought we'd be together forever. In retrospect, he wasn't a good partner and wasn't worth the amount of time I put into trying to make him happy, but I didn't know anything else. Instead of breaking up with me like an adult, he cheated on me for at least a year, something I learned about way later, and then ghosted me for 2 weeks. His friends thought he'd already broken up with me since he'd already been bringing around a new girlfriend for a while at that point. I couldn't believe that this guy I thought I knew so well was willing to act like that. but it forced me to realize that I was no longer dating the same person. I am sorry you've been hurt like this, but I promise you're better off without this guy. Your confusion is the result that he wants. Seek therapy or vent to someone if you need, cry if you need. This guy deserves to go and there's no way he hadn't planned it, you don't deserve this. And changed everything over an argument? Nah, not healthy way to deal with it. But if he ever come back, remember what happened and if he changed or not. You may have broken up with him now but he broke up with you a long time ago mentally. Pack his shit up and do what you will with it. He wanna play dirty but you are stronger than that and it's just made to build you in the long run. Breakups are really terrible, it's life. That boy is a shitty person but he's lost. Don't let it drag you. Join a club, a gym, dye your hair, read a book, try a new recipe. I don't know, whatever your mind desires. Story 2. My boyfriend has a female best friend and I feel very uncomfortable about their relationship. We have been together with my partner for more than 4 years. He has been losing some friends during the last years, as they are all starting new chapters in their lives, mainly by moving abroad, and I could see that he had been very lonely. After a while he did befriend a girl at his workplace. I was really happy for him as I saw how this new relationship brightened his days, and I encouraged him to spend more time with this friend. I have had a couple of male best friends myself at the past, and I am a strong believer that gender has nothing to do with friendship. At least I have been so far, I don't know, this is how I viewed my own relationships. As time went by, they have been chatting more and more during the last couple of months, and now not a half an hour goes by without an exchange. I know for a fact that it is innocent chatting. He had been showing me texts, look at this meme I sent her, look how cute her cats are, and honestly, I know him, and I'm 1000% sure they are not screwing behind my back. I trust him. The only thing I asked is our date nights to be respected, and that he shouldn't be messaging while we spend quality time together. The point I was starting to get jealous was around the time the messages became this frequent, and, well, he liked to make funny comments how all his needs have been taken care of already when he came home after having beers with her. He liked my, at first, jokingly jealous reactions, because I knew he just wanted to tease me, but honestly these stuck with me. He repeatedly told me how everyone at work is bugging him so much that they look like a couple already with his work wife. That didn't help either, lol. I was looking forward to meeting her, but they never really wanted to invite me when they were out for a beer, because it would be weird with just the three of us. This is a workplace friendship. So, I was keen on getting to know her when last Saturday my boyfriend told us that she is joining us for the night. We were with friends in a bar. One of my best, male, friends and his girlfriend were with us too. And this is the part I need to get off my chest, nothing has made me cringe me so hard in life as how they carried themselves. The female BFF was always slapping my boyfriend jokingly, but audibly harshly at his shoulder, neck, or head, whenever he made an inappropriate joke. And boy, there were a lot of those. I normally find them funny, but they were sometimes directed at her. It was very uncomfortable. They were playing around the whole night like children who like each other, the girl hitting him, constantly trying to untie each other's shoes, him trying to hide a plastic spider in her hair behind her neck, flipping off each other, etc. I felt these were just excuses for physical contact. Sometimes he gave me a kiss or a caress, but TBH it felt like an afterthought. They were having tremendous fun by themselves. I could have left and I think it would have gone unnoticed for an hour. We live in the suburbs in the same area, so the three of us took the same train together. There were some issues with the railroads, we were stuck in the train for an hour. I have already felt so shit about the situation that I excused myself and pretended to listen to music and sleep, so that I don't have to take part in their interactions. They continued the play, kicking each other, sharing a lollipop, and honestly, being like teenagers who have a crush on each other. I tried to confront my boyfriend about this, but he told me plain and simple that he likes their relationship as it is. And at this point I am confused and hate this whole situation, even myself, for not being able to be chill at all about this, but I think I am in the right to be upset. I don't want him to not be friends with her anymore, but I don't know why he was okay with this behavior in the first place. Sorry for taking this long at explaining the situation. And fuck this all, I have been feeling so uncomfortable for days now. Comnet. Sharing a lollipop? EO. You mentioned that the only boundary that you set is not him messaging her during dates, and it seems it was also not respected? Now that you met her, Maybe you need to set a newer boundaries, since it is something that you won't even do. I always find work wife cringy. I find those relationship sus. You can ask a lot of girls and a lot of them are uncomfortable with the idea if their partners having work wives. People in workplace calling two colleagues work wife/husband is because they look like a couple and they probably would be if things were different. Maybe ask your male friend and his GF what do they thought about those two? If they find them too close for comfort. A different perspective may help, or maybe it will clarify something you're sus about. Your relationship has been in trouble ever since your BF told you not to join them for a beer because that would be weird, because you would be interrupting their date. You allowed it to get out of control by allowing him to go on dates with her and you allowed her on your couple's date night. Use your words. You should have called them out immediately when they were flirting. You are the side piece, not her. This is not meant to be cruel, but I think your relationship is over. Just step aside and let these two losers have each other. Sounds like they decided to act like we're on a date, and not the first time either, it sounds like, and you were in the way. When you rightfully voiced your concerns, he told you flat out he doesn't have a problem flirting, dating, and prioritizing another woman in front of you. I guess you have a decision to make. Sit back and watch their affair become physical, if it hasn't already, or grab this by the balls and tell him he's made his choice, then, now you're making yours. And leave with your head held high and make sure everyone knows the reason you left, before he tells them something stupid, like it was a mutual ending, on your way out the door. He likes the attention and the flirtation. That interaction would have given me the ick, and the fact that he doesn't want to change after hearing how uncomfortable you are? Completely disrespectful. He's putting his relationship with her above you. Are you okay with that? If this was your friend's relationship, what would you tell her? Because I'm sorry, but this is incredibly concerning.